There. One. Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Stephanie, and I am here with Happy Pro Yoga, and I'm going to guide you today for just a little bit. We're going to do, I guess you could call it tiramisu yoga. We're going to start with a little yin, get into the joints, connective tissues, fascia, and then we're going to get up and start to flow, work on our balance, strength, and then we're going to come down and do a nice restorative pose, okay? So we got a little bit of everything today. Make sure you go at your own pace. If you ever feel any pain, numbness, tingling, please come out of pose or ease up. That's just your body telling you, hey, this pose is not for me, and that's okay. Number one thing in yoga, or a couple of things. Number one, number two things is breathe and listen to your body. This is a chance for you to just get to know yourself. Take that time to just let go, breathe, be still, move when we're gonna move, and have some fun, all right? Not gonna take yourself seriously here, all right? But we're gonna learn, and we're gonna breathe, we're gonna flow. So that being said, you are gonna need, if you don't have 4 blankets, 2 blankets will work. 4 blankets, I've got 2 blocks, so if you wanna grab a couple of blocks, or you can use books if you like. And then I've got a couple bolsters. Probably only going to use 1 bolster, but I do have the bolster here. So again, so if you don't have a bolster, you can use a pillow. All right. And I think that's it. So to start, we're gonna begin in reclined angle pose. So you might want to grab the blankets, maybe fold them, or even the blocks. It just depends. We're going to use those as support. So what you'll do is bring the feet together, the soles of the feet together, and you can either have no support, or you can. Are you plugged in? Okay, sorry, my mic was not plugged in, and it's plugged in now. So I don't know, technical difficulties or my difficulties, I'm not sure. But anyway, that being said, my mic's plugged in, and we're gonna get ourselves into reclined angle pose so we can start to focus on the breath and just let go, okay? Again, you can use do this pose with support or without. If you need the support, you might need it if the pose ends up going into the knees. You don't want that. If you feel any pain in the knees, or maybe the hips just need to slowly open, you can use the support and maybe just remove the block or the blanket if you need to. So, soles of the feet together. We're just gonna lay back, get that support if you like, and we're just gonna settle into the mat. So, feeling the ribs release, letting go, shoulders softening into the mat, feeling the wrists, the elbows sinking into the floor. Seeing what's going on, just noticing what's going on with the hips and the knees. If you've gotten here without support and you feel that you need support, go ahead and grab that. Once we come into a pose, I want you to start to listen. I want you to scan the body. Listen to it. Let it tell you what it needs. We're going to take a huge inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth and let it go. And then again, huge inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, release. And again, huge inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, let it go. Just bringing that attention to the breath. And the fullness of the breath as you inhale, and the warmth of the breath as you exhale. belly gently rise and the chest gently expand with each inhale. And just softening in on the exhales. Again, softening the tongue, softening the jaw. Beginning to take notice of heartbeat. Just scan your body. Just noticing that subtle energy flowing through the body, created by the breath and the heartbeat, working together. Take a deep inhale from the nose. Let it out from the mouth. And on that next breath, pull the belly button in towards the spine. Use that core. Use the hands if you like. Let's bring the knees back together. Just walking the feet wide. Allow the knees and the legs to fall towards each other. I'm just going to take a few breaths here, breathing into the lower back or breathing into the spine. Again, feel that energy flow through the body. Jaw soft. And then on the next exhale, we're going to bring the knees to the chest for a squeeze. We're going to rock side to side, way, the other. And then coming back to center, we're going to gently roll over to the right or the left side of the body, coming into the fetal position, taking a breath here, and then pushing the top palm into the mat and sticking the top leg, come on it. And take about 5 breaths, any movement that you like, maybe a little twist, maybe cat-cow. Just make it feel good, get that energy flowing. And then we make our way into toe squat. So, toe squat, you want to make sure those knees are protected. So find a blanket, find any protection you need here, all right? It's really important to take care of those knees, okay? So you're gonna have a few options. So the pose is the toes are tucked, and then eventually we'll come down onto the heels, okay? So we're using this pose to just open up the meridian channels of the body. The meridian channels are the wires that just flow through the body to allow the energy to flow. So we're just gonna open those up, and a toe squat is a great way to do that. And so the options are, you're just here, okay? Maybe you're here, okay? If the knees, you're still having a hard time, you can grab a second blanket, hold it, place it between the legs. And then when we come down, that'll lift the knees away, so there's not so much pressure. Or another option is, you just go against the wall. So find a base board. I'm just gonna pretend like these bolsters are base boards. So basically what you would do is, you just take your toes, place them against the wall, and then lift the heels. So you're still getting that stretch in the toes, okay? So taking the time, figuring out what works for you. I'm gonna use my timer here. So we'll be in this pose for a few minutes. If you feel yourself tensing up or holding your breath, or you feel those shoulders start to get cozy with the ears, just come out of the pose for for a few breaths and then come back into the pose. So we're going to allow the body to open up. We're not going to break the body open, okay? So coming onto your knees, we're going to tuck the toes. Everybody take a deep inhale through the nose. On the exhale, come on down. You're here, or maybe you realize, oh my gosh, I need to find a wall. That's okay. But the time has started. You can be here, or if you like, you can take a shoulder stretch. So options for shoulder stretch are when you just give yourself a hug, crossing one elbow over the other, or you can take a wrap the arms and bring the palms together. Whichever version you've chosen, we're going to tuck the chin, feel a nice stretch in the back of the neck. If you have taken the wrap, you're going to inhale the elbows up, exhale the hands away. And again, if you have taken the wrap, inhale the elbows up, exhale the hands away. On the exhale, everybody soften those shoulders away from the ears, tuck that chin gently, and feel that stretch in the neck. And on the exhale, we'll release the arms, we roll the shoulders and forward. Just make it feel good. And then you can take the stretch on the other side. So if you took the hug, take the hug. If you took the wrap, take the wrap on the opposite side. You're going to inhale the elbows up, exhale the hands away if you have the wrap. Everybody soften the shoulders away from the ears and tuck the chin for a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Again, if you feel like you're holding your breath or tensing up, ease up out of the pose. It's okay. Just allow the body to open up to the pose. We're not forcing here. If you've taken that wrap, inhale the elbows up, exhale the hands away. And on the exhale, let's release the wrap, release the hug, roll the shoulders back, forward. And then coming back to center, take a huge inhale. And on the exhale, come on up, come forward, untuck the toes, tap that out. Have a lot of relief there, okay? So just take your time. Again, find those 5 breaths, any movement that you need, be it cat-cow, down dog. Just go with the flow. What does your instinct want you to do? And then when you're ready, we're going to come into a sleeping swan. I'm going to take you into sleeping swan. If you get there, or if you already know the sleeping swan is not your pose, I have some modifications or even some different poses that are going to get into the same target area, which is we're going to get into the glutes here, into the hip area, okay? So, sleeping swan. Probably don't want to have a blanket. I always use a blanket for my knees. Baby those knees. And you'll just come to hands and knees, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. You're going to take your left knee, you're going to bring it to the left wrist. Okay? You're going to tuck that right toe, and you're going to bring the knee back. And then we're just going to come down on the forearms, or you can always bring the floor up to you with a bolster or a pillow. Okay, that's an option, always. If you feel the foot falling asleep here, or maybe the hip just doesn't want to do this, that's okay. Another option is you'll come to almost like easy pose, but you're going to take that left foot in front of the right shin. Okay, and then you're just going to come forward. And you're going to get that same stretch in that left glute. Okay? Again, you can always bring the floor up to you. That is an option. Because in yin poses, you want to soften in, you want to sink in. Okay? You want an intense stretch, but you don't want the muscles engaged. You want to get into that fascia, those joints. So, finding which pose works for you. I'm going to get the timer started. So getting settled in, take a deep inhale through the nose, open up the mouth, let's just soften in. Feeling this in that left glute. If you have started with sleeping swan and it feels just fine, but then all of a sudden you do start to feel that numbness and tingling, no big deal. Come out. It's your body saying, nope, that version to get into that joint, to that target area, this pose doesn't work for me for that. So come on out and try this option. Okay? Again, allowing yourself to listen and get to know the body. Softening the tongue, softening the jaw. Focusing on opening up the back of the body, expanding the ribs, the back of the ribs, the back of the lungs. Take that breath in. Softening into the pose on each exhale. Taking your attention to the breath. Noticing the coolness of the inhale and the warmth of the exhale. Soften the tongue, soften the jaw, soften the shoulders. Just allow the head to hang. Deep inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth and let it go. And on that next breath, if you are in a sleeping swan, we're just going to lift up to hands and to our hands. Tuck that toe, come forward. Maybe if you like, you can lift up into the lay down dog, open that up, make it feel good. Or maybe just come to hands and knees, take a few cat-cows. If you are in the other option, you'll just come up, take the hands behind you for support, open up the heart on the inhale, back to slow on the exhale. Maybe find some windshield wipers. So again, just taking about 5 breaths, finding any movement that you need just to get that energy going and flowing. And then when you're ready, we'll take this to the other side. So whatever version you did on the first side, do that on the second side. Okay. So again, for sleeping swan, starting with hands and knees, making sure you have that padding through the knees, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Take that right knee, it's going to touch that right wrist, tuck that left toe, come back, come down to the mat, or bring the mat up, or bring the floor up to you in the prop. Okay? You can use the blocks, you can use the bolster. And then the other version is taking that right foot in front of the left shin, and then just coming forward. And again, Maybe bring the floor up to you so you can stop and sink in. Okay? Getting settled in. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Soften on the exhale. Expanding the back of the ribs and the back of the lungs on the inhale. Softening the tongue and jaw and the shoulders on the exhale. And remembering if you do start to hold your breath or tighten up, just come out of the pose. Ease up for a little bit. Just slowing it down, taking the focus to the breath and the heartbeat. I know that mind likes to go. Sometimes being still can make you feel a little anxious. No big deal, totally normal, totally okay. So when that happens, just say, or just take your focus to the breath, take your focus to the heartbeat. Feel the shoulders soften. Take yourself into the body, out of the brain and into the body. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. We're going to get ready to come out of this. So if you are in that sleepy swan, you're just going to lift up, tuck that left toe, come up onto the hands, bring that right knee back, open up, or maybe do some cat-cows. And if you are in the other version, or pose, we'll just lift up again, take the hands behind us for support, open up the heart, inhale. Come back to center on the exhale, and maybe find some windshield wipers, whatever you need. Okay? 5 breaths. When you have found those 5 breaths, we are just going to come into child's pose. We're just going to be here for a few breaths, and then we're going to start to move. So, you might want to take those props, put them to the side for now until we need them for our restorative pose. And we're just going to meet in child's pose. So toes together is wide, come on back. We're just extending the arm in front of us. Take the forehead to the floor. Open up the back of the ribs and the back of the lungs. Take that breath in. One more breath here. And we're going to come up, we're going to find hands and knees, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. We're going to drop the belly, open up the heart. Inhale, exhale, curve the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. And again, drop the belly, open up the heart. Inhale, exhale, curve the spine. And again, drop that belly, open up the heart. Inhale, exhale, curve the spine. Come back to hands and knees. We're going to push our fingertips into the mat, draw those elbows inward, and create strong arms here. Tuck the toes, pull the belly button in towards the spine, and with that, using all the energy coming from the core, we're going to push up into our first down dog. Allow the heels to fall towards the mat. And let's just walk this out. So we're going to bend one knee, and then the other. Saying hello to the back of the legs. Elbows are still pulled towards each other. Shoulders are away from the ears. Fingertips pushing into the mat. Let's come back to a regular down dog. We're going to bend the knees, draw the chest towards. Feel a nice stretch in the shoulders. Again, draw those elbows towards each other. Creating those strong arms. Use the full torso to take the breath in. Let's come back to a regular down dog. Come down to the knees, toes together, hands to the feet. Take a breath here. Breathe into the shoulders. And then bring the hands forward. Hands and knees, tuck the knees, tuck the toes, pull the belly button towards the spine, lift up. Down dog. Inhale that right leg up. Take that right hip. So it's level with the left hip, bring the shoulders over the wrists, find that three-legged plank here. Push those fingertips into the mat so you're not sinking into the shoulders. Exhale that knee into the chest, and then push that leg back again. Shoulders over the wrists. Then you're gonna take that right knee, you're just gonna bend it, you're gonna bring that right knee to the right tricep, and then you're gonna push it back. Bring it down, come down to the knees, toes together, knees wide, push back, take the hands to the feet, take a breath here in child's pose, breathing into the shoulders, and bring the hands back forward, hands and knees, tuck the toes, push up, down dog. Inhale that left leg up, bring the shoulders over the wrists. We're here for a breath and three-legged plank. Draw those elbows in. Exhale that knee into the chest for a squeeze, curve the spine. Bring that foot back again. Then we're going to bend that left knee and bring it to the left tricep. And then bring it back. Bring that foot down, take the knees to the mat, push back, child's pose, bring the hands to the feet. Take a breath here, open up the back of the body, breathe into those shoulders, and then on that next breath, come on up. Hands and knees, let's make our way into a down dog. Inhale that right leg up, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale the knee into the chest for a squeeze. Bring that right foot forward. Sink into that left hip flexor. Just take a breath here. Feel that stretch. Left hand down, right arm up, twist. On the exhale, bring that hand down. Back foot forward, forward fold. Extend to the fingertips. Inhale, exhale. Fold forward. Hands on the thighs, flat back. Come on out. And then we're just going to take that booty back, coming into a chair. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Slightly tuck the tailbone to protect the lower back. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Take that belly away from the thighs. Sink a little deeper. Huge inhale. On the exhale, fold forward. Extend to the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Bring the right foot back. Sink into those hips. Feel that right hip flexor. Ooh. Right hand down. Left arm up, twist. On the exhale, bring that hand down. Push back. Down dog. Walk it out here for a couple breaths if you like. Come back to a regular down dog. Shoulders over the wrists. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale that knee into the chest. For a squeeze, bring that left foot forward. Sink those hips. Right hand down. Left arm up, twist. Exhale. Bring that hand down. Back foot forward, forward fold. Let that head be heavy. Feel that extension of the neck just for a breath. And then we're going to extend to the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Hands on the thighs, flat back. And then we're just going to come on down. Chair. Squeeze those legs together. Take the shoulders away from the ears. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Use your core here. Sink a little deeper. Just a little deeper. Huge inhale. On the exhale, fold forward. Extend to the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Bring the left foot back. Sink into the hips. Left hand down. Right arm up. Twist. Exhale. Bring that hand down. Push back, down dog. Or a child's pose if you like. You'll be here for 5 breaths. You want to walk that dog out, you can. Or if you just want to be in child's pose, you can do that too. When you have found those 5 breaths, you'll meet in hands and knees. And you find 3 rounds of cat-cows. Drop the belly, open up the heart, inhale. Exhale, curve the spine. And then drop the belly. Open up the heart, inhale. Exhale, curve the spine. And then drop the belly. Unmuted cow. Exhale, muted cat. Find regular hands and knees. Take those hands just forward to the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Down dog. Inhale the right leg up, shoulders over the wrist. Exhale the knee to the chest first, squeeze. Bring that leg forward, sink. Left hand down. Right arm up, twist. Exhale, bring the hand down. Drop the back heel. Line it up with the front heel. And then, actually what we're going to do is we're just going to walk the hands forward. We're going to take the feet parallel to the mat. And from the hips, flat back, we're just going to fold forward here. Allow the head to be heavy. Push the feet into the mat. Draw the thighs gently away from the knees. Push the hands into the mat. Draw the elbows forward towards each other so those arms are engaged. Take a few breaths here. Then extend the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Push the feet into the mat. Use the legs. Use the core. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Take the hands to the hips. Come on up. And then you're either just going to scooch the feet or you're just going to hop together. Here we are. Okay. So we're going to do a little balancing here. All right? Done some strengthening. We do some balancing. So you can be here in the middle of the floor or the room, or if you want, you can always take this against the wall, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push that left foot into the mat, okay? We're gonna take the hands to the hips, okay? We're gonna center the hips, pull the belly button towards the spine. We're gonna lift that right leg. Push that heel towards the floor so the toes come up, so you really have a strong engaged leg here. No sinking into that left hip. We're gonna lift up. That left thigh is gently pulling away from the knee. And then we're gonna bend the left knee, and we're just gonna take that right leg. We're gonna bring it just above the left knee. And we're gonna come back just like we did in chair. Bring the booty back, okay? Push that right heel away from you. Right leg is very engaged. And you can be here with the hands on the hips, and maybe you want to bring the palms together. Maybe you want to take that left tricep and let it get hooked by that right foot. Find your balance, and then maybe drop the booty a little bit more. Huge inhale wherever you are. On the exhale, let's bring the hands forward. Forward fold, extend the fingertips, inhale, exhale, fold forward, and then bring the palms back together. Use that core, lift up, bring that right foot forward, take the hands to the hips, extend that right leg, bend, come on down, circle that ankle, give that left ankle some sugar, and then just kick it out. Just make it feel good, okay? few breaths here. And then we're just gonna turn on, actually I'm gonna turn on my mat. And then we're gonna inhale our arms up, exhale, fold forward, extend the fingertips, inhale, exhale, fold forward, right foot back. Bring that left knee over the ankle, right hand down, left arm up, twist, exhale, bring that knee down, push back, down dog. Inhale the left leg up, shoulders over the wrist, exhale the knee into the chest for a squeeze. Bring that left foot forward, right hand down, left arm up, twist. Bring that left hand down, drop the back heel, line it up with the front heel. And we're gonna do just what we did before. We're gonna walk the hands over, take the feet parallel to the mat, and just folding from the hips, flat back, allow the head to be heavy. Extend to the fingertips, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Push the hands into the mat, draw the elbows towards each other so you feel that engagement in the triceps. I'm just turning around, so, I'm used to this, so. All right, head is heavy. Let's extend to the fingertips, inhale, exhale, again, fold forward, push the feet into the mat. Strong engagement in the legs here, use that core, come on up, and either heel the feet together, or come on, just hop those feet in. Okay, and we'll take the balance on the other side. So pushing that right foot into the mat, taking the hands to the hips, we're gonna lift that left leg, push that left heel away, or towards the floor, engaging the leg here, bend the right knee, bring that ankle, the leg, just above the right knee. Take that booty down a little bit more. If you like, you can hook that foot over the tricep. Finding your version. Let's sink a little deeper here. You got this. Huge inhale. On the exhale, let's just fold forward. Allow the head to be heavy. Extend the fingertips. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. And then let's bring the palms back together. Use that core, use that right glute to come on up. Take that left leg forward. Extend, bend, bring it down. Shake out that right leg. Give that right motion. Good job. All right. Just taking a few breaths here. Kicking it out if you need to. Catch your breath. Let's inhale those arms up. Actually, coming to Tadasana, inhale the arms up. On the exhale, fold forward. Extend to the fingertips. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Let's bring the left leg back. Sink into that left hip flexor. Left hand down, right arm up, twist. Exhale, bring the hand down, push back. Down dog, child's pose. Whatever you need, 5 breaths, and we're just going to lean in. Child's pose. So when you have found your child's pose, I want you to focus again on expanding the back of the ribs, expanding the back of the lungs, creating more space for the breath. Just starting to slow it down. Feel that heartbeat. And on the next breath, we're just going to come on up. We're going to come down to seating. We're just going to grab the back of the thighs or the shins. We're just going to come down to the mat. onto our backs, taking the feet wide, allowing the knees and the legs to fall towards each other. Feeling the breath slowing, feeling the heartbeat slowing. Soften the tongue, soften the jaw. And then we're going to find our twist. So your options are taking the feet wide on the mat, taking the feet together, or you can cross the right leg over the left leg. Whatever foundation you have found, we're going to take the hips, slide them about 2 to 3 inches to the right, drop the knees to the left. And again, taking attention to the breath and the heartbeat, just feeling them slow down. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. And on the next breath, bring the knees back to center, center the hips, and cross the legs if they're crossed. Allow the knees and the legs to fall towards each other. Let's take a few breaths here, breathing into the lower back, breathing into the hips, neutralizing the spine. And on that next breath, we'll just take this to the other side. So whatever foundation you did on the first side, let's find that on the second side. If you're crossing, it's the left leg crossing over the right leg, gently squeezing the thighs together. And everybody, let's slide the hips 2 to 3 inches to the left, drop the knees to the right. Shoulders are on the mat. And breathe. Soften the tongue, soften the jaw. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. On that next breath, let's bring the knees back to center, center the hips, and cross the legs if they're crossed. Take a few breaths here. Again, just hips in the spine. And on the exhale, bring the knees into the chest for squeeze, blending in with the feet like. And coming back to center, we're just going to make our way up. So you can roll it up, or you can come over to the right or left side of the body. We're going to find our restorative pose. So good work, everybody. I know it's a fast flow, but we got to get to the restorative. So it's necessary. So restorative. This is how I end all my restorative classes. We're going to do reclined angle pose. So we started with reclined angle pose. Now we're going to do a more supported one, which is so sweet and so nice. So you're going to need your bolster or your pillow. You're going to need your book or block, or whatever you're going to do. You're going to lift one end of the blanket, the bolster or the pillow up, okay? You're going to find a couple of blankets, fold them, place them on either side of the bolster. This is going to be a nice little cushioning for your arms, okay? So we've got the bolster supported on one end. We've got a couple of blankets on either side of the bolster so your arms can just sink in. You can take the other 2 blankets or the 2 blocks if you like, whatever you've got handy. I like to roll the next 2 blankets, create a little bit more height than folding. And then we're going to take those 2 blankets, we're going to place them under the legs. Okay. We're going to get real snug with the bolster. So you don't want any space between you and the hips and the bolster. Just like we did at the beginning of class, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Okay? So we've got our legs supported by 2 rolled blankets. We're going to have our arms supported by 2 folded blankets. We've got the bolster or the pillow supported with a block or book. And then we're just going to come on down. And we're going to settle in. And we're just going to be here for a little bit. You earned it. Deep inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, let it go. And again, huge inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, release. Take that focus to the breath, to the heartbeat, to the energy flowing through the body. Soften the shoulders on the exhale, soften the hips. If that mind keeps going, that's okay. Just take it back to the breath. Deep inhale. Open up the mouth, exhale. So we're going to begin to make our way into Shavasana. So you can stay where you are, or maybe you just go straight in the legs, or maybe you just want to come all the way down to the mat. You can even just straighten the legs, take a or just find your shavasana that you've developed over time. Okay? I'm just taking a moment to get settled in. Finding your way into shavasana. Settling in. Deep inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth and let it go. And again, huge inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, release. And again, huge inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, let it go. Settling into Shavasana. Take an inhale and an exhale. And wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles one way and the other. Get ready, taking a stretch, just pushing the hands and feet away from each other, creating length in the spine, just making it feel good. Waking yourself up. When you are satisfied with that stretch, you're just going to bend the knees, bring the feet to the mat. Allow the knees to fall towards each other again. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, we'll bring the knees in the chest for a squeeze. We're going to gently roll over to the right or the left side of the body, coming into the fetal position Using the lower arm as a pillow, stacking the knees. Just take a few breaths here, softening the jaw, softening the tongue. Feeling that energy flow through the body. And on the next breath, we'll push the top arm of the mat, extend the top leg, come on up to a comfortable seated position. Bring the palms together, the hands to heart center, pressing the thumbs against the feet. We're going to create length from the mat to the tip of the head, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Let's all take one last huge inhale together. Inhale, open up the mouth, let it go. Thank you everyone for joining me today here at Happy Flow Yoga. Hope you all have an amazing day. Namaste.